Good morning, everybody. We're going to start off right off the bat with the craft. Now, as you take a look at this, you're probably going, what the heck? Okay, yeah, it is what the heck, because I did not have a cylinder out of, a cone they call it, okay, to make a Christmas tree. So, using what I have, my imagination, which I have a lot of, as you see, I used packing. This is packing material that was torn and ripped and, you know, different things. And I simply molded it around and around and hot glued as much as I could. Hot glue melts instantly, but I was able to get somewhat of a shape of what I'm looking for. Now I'm going to cover it with a brown paper bag. I love brown paper bags to use as projects. Why not, right? Let's not let some good thing like that go to waste. They're also charming. They're very farmhousey. Then I'm going to come back with ribbon, and we're then going to build ribbon all the way up over the paper bag that we're going to be cutely putting over the top of this. Then ribbons, etc. Star at the top, or, well, I've got something with clothespins. I thought I might have it handy to grab to show you. But you can take mini clothespins, and you can break off the metal, simply glue them, simply, if I can bubble fingers here, you glue them together. That's all I did, okay? Then you're going to set them together. You glue them, okay? Anyway, it comes out looking like a snowflake or star. So that is in what's happening, and Snap and I'll be back. Okay, I've never disassembled a paper bag. Okay, this is going to be my first try at everything as far as beginning to use my Christmas bag. These beautiful paper bags, they're wonderful. You want to start to assemble them from the bottom, okay? You can slip your little finger right in there, and you see that little tab there where it's glued on, and you simply gently begin to pull, okay? What you're going to end up with is this. Not the prettiest looking. I may figure out a little better opening, you know, wise, but best I could do first time. But do start from the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is make a very even cut, probably following one of these lines here, so that we can open it all the way up, and we've got us a nice size paper bag. Okay, Snap, I'll be back. Now what you're left with after you have decided where to cut to open your bag, you're going to have a beautiful sheet right here. Little raggedy ends. I can clean that up real easy with a knife before I start applying it to our Christmas tree mold. Okay, there was nothing but made out of some styrofoam. I'm just looking for a mold right now. I won't look anything like this when it's over. I put some popsicle sticks to the bottom so that she stands up nice. All right, and okay, back to the bag. Once you get the bag opened, you're going to want to open another one. You want two of them. By the way, once you've opened them from the bottom, the cut that I used was the middle side line. Cut it straight across. What you're going to get is this. If I find a better tip so that I don't have all these frayed ends and lose all that material, I will let you know. But so far, that was my only option. Be right back. If you're not careful when you're opening up that bottom, you'll do what I did, which is to have accidentally torn past our line. Okay, luckily I have, let me show you what my husband bought me right here. Great value, Walmart brand. Look at the thickness. And I know it couldn't have been very expensive. My husband's very frugal, and when he saw these, he said, I know my wife could use them. So anyway, got a lot of them. So if I make a little mistake like a tear, not to worry. You've got a big stack of other ones. In fact, it's probably going to take 2 or 3 sheets anyway. I made a pretty big Christmas tree shape. Okay? Alright, on with it. Be back in a minute. Okay, after you get your paper bags opened, okay, like I do, I got 3 of them here. Give you a little peek, okay, 1, 2, 3. Laid them down on my sheet here, giving them a nice spread out, okay? Want to make them nice and smooth. Then we want to get rid of this wonky bottom where we opened the bag, okay? So we're going to make a straight cut right through here. So what you'll need is to go ahead and get your, just a minute here. There we go. Okay, get your mat ready right here, okay? And you need your instrument, your cutting instrument for fabric. Absolutely fabulous. I believe I got it at the Dollar Tree. Boom, got it. Now, I haven't done this before, so live or anyways. So, let's see. I want to follow the line of the paper just to get rid of that wonky bottom. So I'm simply going to roll and see. No, see, that didn't cut it. Now it could be a need of a new blade. I do have other arsenal if this isn't going to work. Oh yeah. Okay, well, not doing what it should be doing. It should be giving me some very strong cuts here. And as you see, it's not naturally. Okay. Let me see. Oh, well, I don't know what is the problem here. Let's see. Oh, okay. There's the problem. It was in a lock position. No wonder it wasn't cutting. Oh, goodness gracious. The struggle is real. Good morning. Not even awake. Jumped right into this when I woke up. I had to do it. Now, there we go. You see the cut I was after now. Okay. See how nice that was. Gotta be smart enough to even open your own tools. How about that? If you can't do that, you are done for in crafting. You must be creative. Okay, boom. One little thing like that. Ta-da! And because this bag has a little notch at the top, that's not going to really bother me none. We'll work around that. But now we have a nice sheet. Now, Dollar Tree does sell brown wrapping paper in a roll. You might want to go with that. Might be a little easier. I'm doing it this way. So, bam. As you see, we now got clean edges. I'm going to take this knife and finish the other 2, and then we're going to start applying it to our homemade Christmas shape. Be right back. Take your foam creation round, or one you make, like me, junky. Lay it down on a piece of your cut paper. You want to use the bottom edge where we had to cut, leaving room for the bottom to be covered. Then you're going to begin to wrap this little baby. And all I'm going to do for the first is do that. So everybody's seeing that, okay? It's simply taking the paper, wrapping it across, leaving me room to bring all this up to cover the bottom. Naturally, another sheet is going to be needed. Another sheet might be needed to bring it up over here. How do you ask, do I keep the paper bag on the form? I don't know. Well, I'm going to use some hot glue, basically. I'm going to glue right here, just gently tap. Everything movable still, nothing really attached to the cone until I've got all the paper on. Okay, snap and I'll be back. Okay, after you've got the first piece on, like I did, just gently wrapped that around, okay? Now I've got the second piece. Again, the bottom of the paper where you opened it becomes the bottom of the form you chose. Now, the side that I first glued here, I'm going to lay flat down, okay, leaving about 2 inches of bottom, and I'm going to do the same thing. Just a light, tight pull, making sure everything's out of your way so it can even happen. I surely hope my face isn't being shown, honey. I got right out of bed, came right to work. For some reason, this project has been on my mind. Add a bead of glue. Please, a minute ago I just burnt myself on the first one because again I used my finger without using these kind of tools. Finger little protectors, you get 3 in a package, Dollar Tree. I believe I even got these little handheld glue gun protectors from Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure it came from Dollar Tree. That or Amazon. If someone has a question about that, please do leave a comment, and I check all comments y'all send me. Thank you for all your well wishes. Thank you to all my subscribers. Anybody new that would like to join my channel, I am farmhousey. I love doing things that are different than normal, which is going to be my Christmas theme. Okay, I love bright colors. I want to use bags. I want to use farmhouse. Okay, I shall be back. Next thing I'm going to be, it's like wrapping a package, if you want to kind of think about it like that. That is basically what I'm creating, so we get a nice clean bottom. Okay, be right back. Okay, this is what your bottom is going to look like, okay? Just like wrapping a package. I folded it in, you know, flip the tabs over, hot glue. Flip the tabs over, hot glue. Also, the bottom, I had put the popsicle sticks. I believe you saw that. That is for weight. I want it to stand on its own. We don't have to make this perfect. I do like to make it as well as we can. So I think that's nice and clean. Naturally, the body of this, look at that, stands up beautifully. It's nice and puffy. There's going to be my front. But it's so nice. Oh, look at that. Boom. Beautiful. It will stand up on its own, trust me, especially by the end of this. Next step, covering the top. Got that third last piece. It should take care of that. Make this better. Make a cleaner point. Glue it on, same way. Okay, nice, tight, pretty. Cut if you need to, the paper. You may need not the entire piece, okay? I will be right back. After that, we'll be getting ribbon. And I'm going to show you the size that you need to cut your ribbon and the many pieces you will need, and looping and putting on your Christmas tree all the way around. This is going to become a beautiful, poofy ribbon paper bag creation, okay? Out of stuff you just happen to have in your home. Look at that. Dropped it down, boom, stood straight up. That's because of a popsicle stick on the bottom. A lot of gluing to something that doesn't like glue. This melted a lot. A lot. Well, I kept working on it, and when I woke up this morning, I was so clear on exactly how I was going to handle this little puppy. Okay, let's get going some more and finishing our tree. Be right back. Okay, here we are. Didn't take very long. I wrapped this gift right here. So now we got this wonderful, naturally puffy, non-polyfilled refurbishing of a piece of packing, which I showed you in the beginning. Simply covered it with 3 sheets of paper bag, as you see. Now, I will tell you, when you are using hot glue, doing this procedure, make sure to use this, because the paper bag I discovered, first time I've used them, is that when you apply the hot glue to glue something down, it acts almost like burlap, where it seeps through and you will burn your finger, okay? Must have a tool, okay? Not your finger bare, or you will burn it. It seeps through just like burlap ribbon, okay? Now, it doesn't matter which is your, well, it does matter what is your front or your back, I guess, but it's going to be decorated all the way around. Next step is I'm going to show you how to cut out the ribbon to get started covering this beautiful, homemade, fluffy, first Christmas tree. Brown bag in it. Be back in a snap. Okay, welcome back. We're on our next step. We have our beautiful mold right here. We've already talked about that. We're on to the next step, which is cutting your ribbon. You want to get your rolls of ribbon that you like as a combination that are going to be placed as I drop it onto your tree. Okay, I chose a beautiful cut. It looks like a country cottage color. I don't know if that's too bright. There we go. little country cottagey color. I love the pop of the polka dot, so I'm going to combine that, some burlap ribbon, and also some of this shiny ribbon. Okay, basically what you're going to do is you're going to start cutting your strips first, okay? Basically what I did is simply folded it over, okay? This, by the way, you need to use wired ribbon, okay? Wired, because you're going to puff it out once you've got it cut. Okay, decide because you're going to glue, after you've cut it, you're going to take your form and you're going to start from the bottom. So let me go, I've already decided how big of loops that I want. Everybody choose whatever works for your cone-shaped paper bag Christmas tree. Now, as you see, I folded, made a mark. So I now kind of know where I want and how long. So, approximately, what was that? Wait a minute. See, I'm not very good at that, am I? I'm not very good at measuring. I don't know if anybody notices that or not. Okay, there was to there. Okay, wait a minute. So, we've got what looks like an 8-inch cut. Okay, I'm going to cut 8 inches of this ribbon, of this ribbon, of this ribbon, of this ribbon. Okay? That is what you need to be doing. Just simply lay it out on your mat. Take your fabric cutting tool. Now that I know that it's open, right? Find where your 8 inches are. Simply give it a cut with a wire ribbon. Sometimes you gotta give it a little love. And I have used this beautiful green for a lot of my Halloween, so I don't have a whole lot of it. But 8 inches, I think everybody saw that. Simply gonna have this, and you fold it in half, okay? Now, what you do then, after you have all your pieces cut, okay, you want to do this with all your pieces cut because you want to be able to be creative as you're gluing it on with a variation of colors all the way around, okay? It's going to take a lot of ribbon. I'm only going to insert this beautiful bright green certain places. I don't have a whole lot of it. That's why I'm using 4 different colors for our Christmas tree. And when I've got all my pieces cut, I'll be back to show you the process, just gluing some on, giving you the idea. And then at the end of the video, you'll see the completed, full, beautiful bowed Christmas tree paper bag you ever did see. Okay, be right back. Gonna watch you see how easy it is. This is the next color, and I was right. I didn't have a lot of the green. Anyway, back to this. 8 inches is the decision that I want to make the size of the loops. Just wanted to show you how easy, looking real easy right now, right? This little guy works, but sometimes gets hung up on that wire. Make that 8-inch piece, cut it over, fold it onto itself, flatten, okay? That becomes your stack. After you've cut out as many as you can, simply, you know, I used a little paper clip from the Dollar Tree just to keep them together. I would be doing that for every one of the ribbons I cut. There's going to be a lot of polka dot, a lot of burlap, and a lot of the other green, and just some of this sparkly in between. Didn't have enough ribbon, dang it, and I don't know where it was, and I'm not going out to the store. We're going to use what we got, create this thing. Okay, so you got it? Boom, 8 inches, fold it over, set it down, begin a stack. Okay, we're going to have all our ribbon done before we apply it to our cute paper bag tree. I'm even thinking about how to decorate this little baby with some paint. There's even polka dots and all kinds of garland. Oh my goodness, there's a million things I can do with this. But I'm going to do that with ribbon. Okay, just want to show you that. Be right back. Hi everybody. Now, once you've gotten your ribbon cut 8 inches, okay? We showed you that beginning. Then what you do is you fold them. As I showed you, just fold them in half, okay? You want the cut ends to the bottom, okay? Because that's where we're going to use hot glue. We're going to glue these together, these two ends, just on the end, because later, once it's placed on the tree, it will be puffed, as you can see. So we're now going to just glue all the little edges to all our little strips, okay? But to keep them nice, I also wanted to give you this. I am starting out with all wired ribbon. Don't forget it has to be all wired ribbon. Here, you can see visually what I got. We've got 8-inch ribbon, okay? I cut 18 brown burlap right there. I take a string, simply tied it around so it keeps it nice. I can pull them out as I need them to glue them. 25 of your favorite, whatever color main theme that's going on your tree. Also, I'm adding a little bit of sparkle in between. The fourth ribbon is this other green color. These are our main basic colors right here, against a brown paper bag mold that I made out of wrapped it with a paper bag. So this is a paper bag, fun little craft tree. Okay, it's going to be beautiful. All right, I'll be back for the next step. Okay, remember that ribbon we cut? 8 inches. I had you fold it, didn't I? Okay, slip one out of your stack, okay? And what we're going to do is apply a very thin layer of glue just at the end, so our little loops are glued, leaving this to puff, okay? Then we're going to place it starting from the bottom and hot glue it. Trying to get a good view for you here. We're going to begin. Can't get my edge. There we go. And alternate different color ribbons, all the way around, alternating colors. I think you kind of get it. When I'm at that point more, I'll be back. Yes, it's dinner time. My honey fixed me something to eat, but I'm working and eating. Small bead of glue. Ta-da! Okay. Then, of course, you come back and fluff it up. But you're going to refluff after you've applied to the brown. Anyway, just a tip, showing you. Be right back. A peek of the idea. That is high up. Remember, the glued ends are what you place on your bag, leaving yourself a loop. How did I judge that? I simply set it down to see how the ribbon will fall. And that's perfect, because I'm really going to fluff these babies up, alternate different colors, etc. Go all the way around, all the way up to the top, etc. And I want to make a very cool star, and possibly out of the paper bag material. Now, please, I keep telling everybody about these awesome tools, okay? You need them for hot glue and stuff, and especially with any kind of a burlap, soft ribbon, whatever, and onto a bag. Simply, place your glue on the bag, place your ribbon, and just gently hold. Instant adhesiveness with the hot glue gun. Don't worry about this kind of stuff, right? If it's lifting a little, you can always add a little bead of glue, but we're going to be, stacking and stacking and stacking, alternating all the way up. Okay? Just wanted to show you. And also, I start at the middle. I've never done one, so, I'm guesstimating. But I'm starting in the middle, that way I kind of know the balance. And this is the main color that I want to vibrate through it. Okay, back on pause till I'm done, maybe, or a little farther. Here's the idea, okay? We're beginning to build our tree, okay? Now, I just did the front part just to kind of give you an idea. I have no plan as far as what color goes next, etc. I just knew I wanted the polka dots to be the most prevalent. In the end, you're going to come and just use your fingers to really fluff it up. I just placed it so it's, you know, adhesing very well against the plastic bag. Remember to use your tools, because every time you do a ribbon, it's going to leak gently, because you don't want the hot glue to leak out for anybody to see. Now these ends right here, because of a second row, a third row, a fourth row, a fifth row, etc., this part will be covered because there's going to be another layer of ribbon. Does that make sense to you? Just like I tried to show here, I placed about 1 inch above and it lays over. And I'm going to do it again, staggering a pattern, random pattern. Okay, pause. Got to finish my food too. Another little tip, okay? The reason that I had you cut 8-inch strips and fold them a half and then make a nice neat little pile, okay, there's a reason for that. I tied it with a loose. As you can see, I can get my finger in there, at least 2 fingers in there, okay? That makes it easy, as you'll see, to get one, okay? Let's say, okay, I'm making my pattern. I think I want to use this particular color. You can set that to the side. You've now selected it. It's already pre-folded. All you then do is you lift up the, no, this one wasn't folded as good as it should have been. Okay, all you do, naturally just lift the lip right there, and you're going to come in with a small amount of glue. You don't need a lot. But we want to make sure that the wired edges, for sure, are hit well. And then just come in with your tool, okay? And you're going to just gently tap, okay? Sometimes it will stick to your knife, and if it, or your, to your silicone tool, just do a little twist to get you right off of there. Notice that underneath here is something that looks rubber. And it feels like rubber, and they call that a silicone mat. That means when I just did that, not only did the glue ooze to above, it oozed below, which any other surface, it would have then what? Stuck to it, you know, and then you didn't pull it off, got paper towel behind it, whatever it was, and, you know. So that is why they're only $1. I did get that at the Dollar Tree too. Check it out. Now, see, already glued. Now, all you do, it's a small fluff, okay? We want to just take away that folded crease. That's our main goal. And find the edge that looks really good. Cut off any frays. Some of these ribbons have a tendency to fray. And we don't want to have that. Well, we're not really going to see this edge anyway, but I don't want any frayed ends. That's the explanation. Apply your glue. Let's see, I actually want to glue this side actually. So figure that out. Then just place carefully. Don't burn yourselves, guys. That's what I'm so afraid of. Somebody's going to do these projects and burn themselves. Get your tool. Figure out placement. I'm making another row here. Okay, use your tool, not your finger, other than to maybe help, you know, away from the glue. I just don't want y'all to get burned. It hurts, man. It takes a long time to heal, dude. So safety first on my social media page of YouTube. All right, dears, I will be back. A little update what we got going on. We have a Christmas bright tree coming to life. Okay, I'm going to work some more. Be back later. I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you except watching me build. And all I'm doing is rows. Not directly on top of the one beneath it. I like to stagger. I like to stagger my pattern. It's going to be a little bit different as I come up to the top. I have a surprise color ribbon that I cut. Okay, be back, okay? Wait for the surprise. Here we are. Slowly building. Up the tree to the top. Still got a lot of ribbon to go. Okay, there's a little tip here. And there'll be other things that will tie everything together pretty. Okay, just row after row, alternating pattern. Okay, stay tuned to see the next clip, which should be the end of it. Okay, just quickly, I want to give you another tip. As you're putting on your ribbon, always kind of take a back look. Make sure you're filling in, making sure there's no holes, okay? There's a huge hole here. Can you guys see it? So what I'm going to do, and the reason behind choosing one ribbon that was exactly 2 inches wide, this one in particular, the burlap, and the other 3 choices of ribbon in a 2.5 inch wide. That was because if there was any holes, I knew a nice burlap, okay, can fit right in there. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, is turn this little baby around, find where that hole was. Okay, there it is. And I'll be back. Sorry for another interruption. Be right back. Also, another tip. As you are going along and building up layers, okay, as you see I've done, there we go. Just a minute, I'll be right back. The phone is ringing. So sorry about that. But I had a telephone call I had to grab. Back to what I wanted to tell you. As you're placing, like I just now placed another ribbon before I turned on the camera, just to kind of let you see. Now, things are on the downside, but before I placed that ribbon, I took the time to fluff. Do you know what fluffing is? That is taking a ribbon that is wired and you fluff it out. Pretty visually explanatory, I think. Can you not see that happening? And now, before I decide to put on another layer, these will all be refluffed again, okay? That way I can, get the composition right, and the color design corrected. But that is a tip. That way you know what color to use, etc. as you come to the very end. We're almost there. She's absolutely gorge. Once it is completed and I have fluffed everything, pow, is what I'm thinking in my mind. Pow. Okay, be back. Pow. Welcome back, everybody. We have finally came to the end. Almost the end. I'm going to make a beautiful embellishment on the very top. I wrapped some twine. I actually added some paper bag. I liked the thought of it sticking out like that, and then putting a little bit of twine. I'm hoping you're being able to see this well.